Hey everybody, it's Holly from Cape Cod Creatures. First things first, oh my god, I've missed you all so much. I know I haven't been on a lot lately, and this guy is part of the reason why. Between work and everything, I guess we're gonna see if anybody jumps on to this live chat. I know it's been a while since I've been on, and you probably all aren't expecting me to even be here. And I know Kelly just did like a 2-hour chat, but so you might all be chatted out already. But yeah, I just thought I'd jump on. I've got 2 decks that I need to unbox. I actually have a bunch of decks that I need to unbox and like really review and get into, and I've kind of been saving them all up. So today we're going to do SpiritSong. This actually came in the mail like 2 weeks ago. And then this one came in the mail like a month ago. This is my True Black Kickstarter prototype deck. So I'm really excited to open this one. I haven't opened this one. When did this one come? Yeah, the beginning of the month. It's postmarked. So yeah, it's been a while since I've been on. But yeah, so I don't know, we're going to try and do as much as this guy will allow me to do today. So yeah, let's get started. All right. Oh, and I'll be doing readings and stuff today too. So if you have questions you want read for, you can put the link in the doobly-doo as always. It's my, oh no, my camera and my microphone are good. Sorry, looked like they were pretty doofy. But anyway, we're going to start with the True Black, mostly because I've been waiting the longest to open this one, and I'm very excited about it. And let's see. Oh, sorry, the sunshine is coming in through the window, and it's like super. No scissors for you. Oh my goodness. Hi Bella, how are you? I know it's been a long time since I've been on. I've been between work, and then I just adopted this guy. This is Beaker. He's been keeping me very busy, very busy. He's like having a toddler. He's very Velcro-y, and I love him very much, but I did not expect him to be as much work as he was going to be. And he's standing right now. He's standing on my medicine cards box, and I need to tell him to stop it. Thank you. His name is Beaker, and he's kind of a turd. Yes, are you a turd, Beaker? Yes. Are you a turd? All right, so let's get this box open. Right, so first things first, True Black. Got a box full of black paper shreds. Excellent. He will love playing with those. Do you want that? Do you want that? What is that? Is that papers for you? I know. Maybe you could play with them. If you don't, Henny will. All right, let's see what we got in here. Oh, and I think this is the prototype deck. Ooh, it comes packaged very nicely, actually. Let's make sure there's nothing else in there, huh? Oh, no. All right, let's see. You're jealous of the paper shreds? Let's see. If there's nothing in it, just paper shreds. Just paper shreds. Paper shreds for Beakers. Oh my goodness. All right. So this is the True Black prototype deck. I believe it's just 30 cards in here if memory serves. So it's not the full deck. This is actually the one that was probably, it's been floating around for a while now. That's how far behind the 8 ball I am. Oh, you missed out on the deck? He's gonna have more to order though. I mean, you're totally gonna be able to just order the deck. It's like you might have missed out on the Kickstarter, but you'll still be able to get that. So it came with a satin ribbon wrapped around. We just took that off. Oh my God, that sun is horrible. Yeah, is that all for you? And then, like I said, it's in black tissue paper. So we're unwrapping that. Can you go on the back of the chair for right now, please? Okay. Get my hands back. All right. So right away, there's no box for these cards, which is kind of like sad to me. I don't know why. I feel like even though it's a prototype deck, hi, he's back. Even though it's a prototype deck, it kind of deserved a box a little bit. Like maybe even if it was just like a cruddy tuck box, like something to keep the prototype cards protected. All right, so let's see, which ones did we get? Oh, so the cardstock is actually really nice. The deck comes out next year. Yeah, no, he's always been slating it for regular release, but yeah, a bag would have been good too. I mean, I have an extra bag. I always have extra tarot bags or materials to make bags, but yeah. So the material is like excellent. It almost feels like plastic. I wonder if these are plastic. But he's got a black embossed design on the back. And then this is the 10 of Swords. I actually really love this 10 of Swords, even though I'm such a huge bird fan. Oh my God, he's pulling in the back of my sweater. Okay. Is it going to focus? Of course not. Focus on that bird. There we go. Yeah, I mean, like the detail put into these cards is tremendous. And for a minimalist, I've said it before and I will say it again. The True Black Tarot, as far as being not necessarily even a minimalist deck, but get out of my, come on. But a deck where you're doing just illustrated pips. This is an illustrated pip deck. It's not a fully illustrated deck, but it is a pip deck. And if you're doing a minimally illustrated pips, like this guy has like figured out the way to do it. Oh my goodness, he's climbing all over. So we've got the Magician, Destiny. I'm curious to know which card Destiny is supposed to be. Probably Wheel of Fortune, I would imagine. So Destiny. The Star. I love the Star. That's a really cute card. We should all look that good in a little black dress. Stop it. You're a terrorist. So we've got the Sun. That's another beautiful card. I'm usually not a fan of, stop it, a fan of people in decks, but again, he's managed to make the people like tolerable. This is just, like I said, a really well done deck. This is Moon. I enjoy the Strength card a lot too. I like how there's this like a giant serpent instead of being the high beaker, instead of being a the Shadow. I don't remember that one. I'm gonna have to look up the Shadow deck. This one is Justice. There's Hermit, Chariot. I mean, there's enough here to do a read with, I would imagine. Hey, not cool. So this is the Chariot. Oh, Shadows Tarot? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. I have so many decks now. Like, and honestly, Shadow, like the name Shadow for a deck is just so, it's just not necessarily overused, but yeah, they have a lot of, the Shadow Tarot it's kind of one of those names where there's a lot of Shadow Tarots. It's the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups. Excuse me. Yes. You're very nice. Get off my deck. Thank you. Then we've got, this is the Knight of Swords. I don't know that I like this one. It looks like he's riding a horse, but there's no horse there. Like that bothers me a little bit. You know, if you're going to be bow-legged, there should be a horse under you. This is the, this is the Knight of Wands. I really enjoyed watching this one. And this is the Knight of Pentacles. And we've got the Knight of, this is the Knight of Cups. It's a little hard to tell. There's like a tiny little cup under there. So that's going to be one of the things. I think that's, yeah, that took me a minute to kind of figure out who this was supposed to be, but I don't know if you can see it, but there is let's see if we can get it to focus. Underneath the dagger, there is a tiny little cup, and the dagger's made of water. So, oh my goodness, stop. I love you. Yes, you're right there. Yes, hi. Why is this camera having such a hard time focusing? There we go. Okay. Let's see. Then we've got pages. I mean, it's like I said, it's a great deck. I think some of the suits are probably going to be a little hard to make out, especially in the court cards, from what I can tell. Like some of the cups are like kind of tiny, but there's other water symbolism in there. This is actually, I like that King of Cups. He's got like this weird shell cape thing going on, and there's a squid and 2 cups, and he looks like he's floating in water. Oh, I love this 3 of Cups. That one's beautiful. The titles, that it just says like 3, or it just says king, or just says page. It doesn't actually have the suit title on the, and it's black embossed. I don't know if you can kind of see that at the bottom. It's very faint. Oh my goodness. Hello, sir. It's not that they're too small. It's here's your chain. Play with your chain. All right. So the 2 of Swords. Yeah, they're not even that small. They're just, oh, can you kind of see it with the sun hitting it? That's, yeah, so it doesn't give the suit title. Ew, that's gross. I love it. Like the heart one, that's really gross. Stop it with your keyboard. Yeah, it's very hard to see. I'm trying to think if I'm trying to see if there's anything else in here that's really, all right, so this is Suit of Swords came in the prototype deck with a few of the other cards, but I don't know that there's, so I take back when I said I think there's enough there to do a reading. I really don't think that there's enough in that deck yet to really do like a good reading. You could probably do like a draw here or there, but it's going to be very tilted towards the swords, which are kind of negative, and it's very heavy on your person-y thingies. The court cards, like the court cards they love to hide. Yes, is that a, yep, you're looking at my face. So it's very heavily leaned towards the court cards, and it's got a few of the major arcana in there, but it's not, like, it's awesome to have a sneak peek of them, and it'll be awesome to have some backup cards, but especially I think with this guy walking around, it's probably going to be necessary to have some backup cards. Ow, stop. 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 Okay. Yes. But yeah, no, it's very, very, like, I don't know, I like it. Like the quality is definitely there. The presentation was there, minus a box or a bag to keep the spares in. But yeah, that's all. That's as far as like a sneak peek, like a 30 card prototype deck. Like if you're going to do a prototype deck, you should probably do a deck that is at least a little bit workable. That's all I'm saying. Like you have it do like the majors and do the major arcana and the aces, or the major arcana and maybe 1 from each court, or something like that. Something that you can actually work with so people can get a feel for your deck, which would be nice. But yeah, it's definitely, like, I'm not sad to have it. I'm glad to have supported the Kickstarter. I'm glad that I get to see the quality of the deck before it comes in, so I know exactly what to expect as far as that's concerned. I mean, these cards are luxurious feeling. So let's go ahead and see how it shuffles. All right. Yeah, we're going to see how it shuffles. Oh, it shuffles nice. These are mine, sir. Mine. Yeah, no, they're not yours. So yeah, no, I'm actually, okay. I just got really excited about the deck. Oh my God. That's all. You can tell a lot from a rifle shuffle. You really can. Okay. So moving on. By the way, if anybody wants any readings that are kind of floating around, you know, you can put your questions in the chat box, and I'm more than happy to do a reading for you. Yes. Beaker promises he's not going to get too much in the way. All right. So we also have SpiritSong Tarot here today, which is awesome. Hi. Ow. Stop. Stop. You're not funny. He thinks he's funny. Yeah, so anybody who is, I know you guys have seen my birds on here before, but anybody looking to get a bird, like, this is trial by fire with this guy right here. You're seeing more of like how it actually is to own a bird. Like, I know Henriette is usually pretty quiet and Tasha just kind of sat there, but this guy. All right. let's get into Spirit Song Tarot. I'm trying to open the plastic. I haven't even taken the plastic off yet. That's how, like, I was waiting for you guys to do this unboxing. All right, so Spirit Song Tarot. I was on the fence about this one a lot. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. No, I'm not gonna get it. I'm not really a big guys are probably gonna hate me for it, but I'm not a huge Paulina Cassidy fan. I didn't like her. I think she does the Joie de Vivre, and she has one other tarot, or it's an oracle deck, I believe, out there. I just have never been that drawn to her art, but Amazon had a good deal. And yeah, it's busy. I think, yeah, Bella, you're definitely correct. It's very busy. It's a busy, yeah. That being said, I'm a sucker for an animal deck. Okay, so the box is kind of cute. It's finished on the inside with, it's like your typical, who's the publisher on this? US Game Systems. Okay, so it's your typical mass-produced box, but it's a really nice sturdy chipboard. The inside is finished in pink, which is really cute. It's a mint green, and it's got her, I think this might be the Strength or something. I'm not exactly sure what card she has the elephant as, but you know, it's got like that matte finish to it. And then you have your little white book, which is thick. It's not like a regular chintzy little white book. So let's see. You've got you got Spirit Song Animals, 78 Spirit Song Animals, Mentors, Divine Guidance, Elemental Signs. Talks about the suits and the elements for the minor arcana. And then it talks about the suits are acorns, feathers. We like that. So the acorns are for wands. The feathers are for swords, and then you have shells for water, of course, and then crystals for pentacles or coins. I'm not sure how I feel about an acorn for wands. I mean, like, I like that she went with acorn, but acorn feels to me a little more earthy than fiery. Like, I feel like acorn could have been, oh, hi, you talking? Acorn could have been much better used for maybe the earth and like crystal. I don't know, but crystals is good for, because that's, when you think of crystals, you think of money. I don't know, or at least I do. I think of all the money I'm about to spend whenever I think of crystals. All right, so then you have the deck, and the deck comes packaged in its own little cellophane wrapper on the inside. I know. Oh my goodness. Yes. For those who just jumped on, welcome. Hi, Sunny. Oh my God. Okay. Tell me how Justice League is, Sunny. I demand that you let me know, because I have heard a lot of mixed reviews. Some people think it's good. Some people think it's terrible. I don't know. I just think it's really hard. I think DC is trying really hard to go the serious route with comics. And I think Marvel figured out a long time ago that you can't be all that serious with comic book movies. Which is why their movies are kicking so much ass right now. It's like, yeah, they're kind of serious, but they have like a non-serious, like, comic booky vibe to them, which is nice. Oh, thank you. You should have seen the blue when it was fully blue. Oh, the new blue dude, not do. I'm sorry. Yes, he's very handsome, and he knows it. Do you know how handsome you are? Yes, you do. All right, so we got this open. Yeah, I look forward to seeing. Like, I haven't seen Justice League yet, so no spoilers for those who haven't seen it. Well, that's weird. Okay, right off the bat, I see something I don't like. So good times. The cards are pretty decently sized. They're your typical US Games Tarot size, so they're not. And it feels like it's on your typical US Games Tarot stock. A little bit glossy, but not too bad, and thick but bendable. So the shuffling should be pretty good. Make sure I have it facing the right way. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it should be pretty interesting to see what's going on here. All right, so let's pull the majors. All right. So we have the first thing that I noticed that I didn't like, and it's probably going to be a little hard to see on my camera, but like different colors for the borders on some of these. And right away, the first one is like it's a little difficult to see, but it's like a beige. But then these two are stark white. And I don't know why, but that bothers me, because the rest of them all have some sort of color to them, except for like those two. Oh, nope, I found a third, Shadow, which is, what's that one? Shadow is Devil, I believe. No, because that's 15. Tower? No, it's not Tower. There's Tower. Shoot, what is 15? 13 is Transformation. That's Death. Yeah, so 15 is Devil. Yeah, the color's a little, I mean, it's better. Like my camera is a little washed out right now because the sun is, oh, Sunny, I'm gonna miss you. I'll see you on FaceBait. I'll see you on the Face Place, Lady Face. Okay, so the color is not as bad as my camera's making it seem, because we've got the sun streaming through a window that's like right there. So it's kind of washing everything out a little bit. But yeah, so we've got, oh, and you get keywords on the cards, which, I mean, this makes it definitely a beginner deck. I mean, if you have a kid that's after a deck, I think this might be the one. So we've got an antelope as the traveler. We've got a crow as the magician. A bobcat or a lynx as the high priestess. Oh, I do like the lynx for a high priestess. I'm not going to lie. I think, again, it's a little busy, but it is what it is. For Empress, we have a bunny, which with the fertility aspect, I could totally see that. And then we've got, I can't tell if this is a leopard or a cheetah for the Emperor. And then we've got an eagle for the shaman. We've got hyena. I think that's, no, those are wolf. Wolf for love. I've seen wolf for love a lot lately, actually. And I'm going to have to look into, you know what, I've got an animal speak book. I'm going to have to look into why they would choose wolf for love, like the symbolism of wolf a little bit more. A rhino for chariot. That's an interesting choice. Usually you always see horse. And I don't necessarily think like maybe a charging rhino, because that's always scary. Like, so I could totally maybe see, I mean, a charging rhino, because they do charge, but that's more an aggressive act than it would be a chariot type act to me. What does it say? Discipline and determination with the chariot. Okay, and then, oh, yep, strength, elephant. I was right. Elephant is strength. Endurance and courage. Koala, octopus for the wheel. That's a good one, I guess. This is another corvid for justice. You've got a mantis for the hanged man. A cicada for transformation. I could see that. Let's talk about cards that I don't know, that like to switch out names for, instead of death, they're using transformation here, like the negative card names. Not sure how I feel about that, because sometimes like you need a little, like, I hate to, your deck needs a balance. Temperance, you have a zebra. Actually, you know what? I kind of like that one for temperance, because you've got, like, you know, is a zebra white with black stripes or black with white stripes? It strikes a really good balance. So I could see that as, you know, people aren't sure because it's such a perfectly balanced palette. Personally, I always saw them as black with white stripes, but yeah, hi. Yeah, I could definitely see using a zebra for temperance. You've got a coyote for shadow. The tower is a chameleon. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, chameleons are kind of jerky animals. Like, they're kind of, I don't know if anybody's ever had a pet chameleon. They're not known for being nice. They actually have kind of a reputation among herpetologists for being, like, just not aggressive, and not like necessarily mean, but just kind of jerks, if that makes any sense. Kind of like the hummingbird, as beautiful as it is also a jerk. Like, it's kind of, so it's interesting that they would use the chameleon as the tower, which is for release and revelation. I'm not sure I agree with that one, but I do love a chameleon when I see one. You've got a swan for the star, owl for the moon. It's a little on the nose. I would have done a bat. And then you've got the sun is a hummingbird. Hi, Jessica. How are you? And then you've got a peacock for awakening, which is the judgment card. Again, I don't like when people change the names of the cards. Like, sometimes judgment means judgment. Sometimes judgment means, you know, judgmenty stuff and a not so good way. So, I mean, like, I don't know, this is definitely a very gentle deck. I could maybe see using it for like kids or maybe somebody's first, not necessarily first deck. I think you're right. A Rider-Waite should be your first deck. Or at least a Thoth, but I think Thoth is a little advanced for some people. But yes, awakening. And then the world is it's a whale. I like that the world is a sperm whale. You don't see this whale represented a lot outside of Moby Dick, so it's kind of cool to see it here. All right. Yes. Hi. Yep. He's chewing my head. All right. So then we've got, I'm not going to go through all the animals because I'm sure you guys either, if you don't have the deck, there's plenty of walkthroughs for it. But you have the suit of acorns. I will tell you this, while I'm not always necessarily a fan of putting keywords on the cards, I do enjoy that she does put the element symbol here. You've got the elemental symbol for fire on the card, as well as your 2 keywords. Let's see. So, and on the and I like how she's got some keywords on the court cards. Like the court card, I don't know, I'm like kind of torn because I don't like when keywords are put on cards, but I always have such trouble with the courts no matter what I do. It's just kind of like, okay, I can see why she did it. But I mean, it's just action and drive, passion and creativity, optimism and innovation. When you're reading, oh, sorry, that glare is horrible. When you're reading courts, like sometimes they're supposed to be representative of people, and that I think is going to make it a little harder to creatively interpret that. But I suppose you could put it in context of like whether or not you come across somebody who is, who likes to take action and is driven. That'll help you put it in context of your person. So you've got, and again, the borders are all willy-nilly. These are all multicolored. I don't know if you can kind of tell from that. And this is just one suit, so it's not like the suits are solidly colored. Where it's like where the beaker, where the shells are blue and the acorns are orange or something. But it is all very it's the color palette is kind of a little like it's all pastels, but it's kind of all over the place. It's no rhyme or reason, it looks like to me. So we've got that, and then we've got, these are shells, starting off with a turtle, and then we've got feathers. So here's an interesting thing to me as well. You've got the Ace of Feathers, which you'd think would be a bird suit, and it starts with a goat. Let's see. Yeah, you've got like the first winged creature you see in the suit of feathers, by the way, is this moth. And then you don't see, and there's no actual like real feathers even. Oh, no, there's some feathers. Okay, so she does have the occasional feathers like drawn in there, but like here's an armadillo. Strategy and resilience. So it looks like she's, yeah, there's 1, 2. Queen of Feathers is a bat. So it's 3. So out of the entire suit of feathers, there's 3 winged creatures in here. None of them are birds. So that doesn't make any sense to me. So with Ace of Acorns, at least she's like, that starts off with a goat. That's kind of an earthy creature to me, or like a ram, like kind of fiery, earthy. Like it kind of like fits her acorn vibe. And then with the Ace of Shells, you get a turtle, which is definitely aquatic. the Ace of Crystals, you get a panda. I mean, like I could probably, if I wanted to, I could probably do like a study on why she chose the animal she chose, or why she's chosen the animal she's chosen for these. I could see though why you would choose a panda for crystals. I mean, it's just pandas are from China, and culturally, they've always been very rich there and ornate, and like it's more, if they feel a little more like, even though it's a very spiritual culture as far as the history is concerned, it does like a lot of attention to detail and earthly detail at that. Like it's you know, it costs some money to make those pagodas so pretty. So I could maybe see. Also, we've dumped so much money into panda conservation. Like I could maybe see why she chose panda for the Ace of Crystals. But oh my God, pandas! Can we even? If they weren't so cute, they'd be screwed. But yeah, I could like, I don't know. I just don't get the suit of the suit of feathers is really weird to me. All right. So that is kind of my take on SpiritSong. So yeah, so now I guess we can do some readings or just talk about stuff we haven't talked about, because I haven't seen you guys in like this side of forever. So we had Bella on, we have Bella on, we have Jessica on. If you guys want readings, you know to put your questions in the doobly and we'll do some readings. Maybe we'll try to do some readings with this. And I've got a couple of other decks floating around on this desk too. Yeah, so I also have Darkness of Light Tarot I have to unbox. I have a new Ilmenagelo deck I have to show you guys. I had a big order from Pam Wishbow come in. Oh my goodness, I have so much I need to show you guys and review and do. Oh, sorry, bud, just scooting my chair over. So yeah, if you guys have any readings, let me know. Or if you want me to do any readings, you let me know. Oh, Beaker, hi. And I've got a couple of decks floating around that we can read with too, which is awesome. Oh, Prismavisions. So James R. Eads, the author and artist behind Prismavision, is re-releasing Light Vision Tarot. So that would be kind of fun to talk about. I don't know if you guys have, if you guys like, Light Vision was a predecessor to Prisma. So I'd be interested to see what your thoughts on that are. However many people have Light Visions. If you missed out on it, if you plan on getting Light Visions second edition, I don't know, like that's one I'm kind of thinking about, but I'm probably gonna skip, honestly. But yeah, hi. Do you want your toddler toy? Do you want that? There you go. No, okay, good boy. So yeah, we can talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. So. And if that's the case, and if you guys are all like kind of tarot out, I know you guys were probably on the chat with Kelly from Truth and Story earlier, we can always just do a daily draw and call it a day for us. If that's the case, I probably will use SpiritSong for that. You don't know the Light Visions and Prismavisions? They're awesome decks. You should totally check them out. So yeah, I don't know. What have you guys all been up to? Like I said, it's been like a month since. How would you read to see into relationships? I have a spread that I use for that I actually got from the Wild Unknowns website called Mirror Mirror. So I don't read on like, would he, she be my boyfriend? Or like, you know, are we going to kiss tomorrow? Oh my God. Like I don't do that. I prefer to see how the two energies play off of each other. And then you can like take that information and make your decision from there. But yeah, it's a great spread. If you go on Wild Unknown's website, there should be a section to see, like she's got like, it's either the blog, I think it's the blog portion, but she's got different spreads set up and it's called Mirror Mirror. So I use that usually. And I'm happy to do that now if you want me to do that. We can use these. Oh, let's see how this shuffles. I forgot to see how this shuffles. So it feels like a little bit bigger to me than most. Oh, maybe I don't know why it feels so big in my hands. Oh, Beaker. God damn it, buddy. What are you doing? All right. So yeah, that's kind of how I would handle that. I don't like to read on like timelines and will we get together and will we get back together. It's more of if I am going to read for those kind of situations, it's more like if you decided to get back, like what's the energy behind it? Like, okay, let's do you know, like a yes and a no, and you can make the decision from there. I don't like to. I mean, you know, most people, if you're asking like, should we get back together? Like, you already know, and you're just fishing for an answer that you want. But I am more kind of the person to be like, okay, well, you're going to do what you want anyway, but here's the energy behind each decision for you. You know, take that and make an educated choice, but I'm not here to make the choice for you. That's kind of how I read into relationships. I'm not necessarily like, I'm totally just going to give you the answers and be like, yeah, totally be boyfriend and girlfriend, because that never, like, in tarot reading and in matchmaking, it never works out well for anyone, ever, except for that time I hooked 2 of my friends up and they got married and have a kid now. So that's like, I got my one. So I got my one good instance. Yes, I did. Yes, we did. Yes. Did we totally? We got Matin? Well, you didn't because you're new, but I did. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, like I said, just put them in the doobly and we can get this show on the road. All right, so SpiritSong shuffles like a USA Games deck. You'll be happy to know. A little stiff at first, but speaking from experience, it will eventually wear in pretty nicely. Some decent intermingling on the first shuffle. The bridge is still not quite there, but it's not such a special or nice deck that you're not going to want to like give the cards a little flexibility. Like, certainly don't bend your cards, but you know, it's okay to give them a bit of a workout to get them a little more pliable. Hi, what? Hello, Beaker. Do you want to do card reading? Beaker says he sees more macadamia nuts in his future. Oh my goodness, you do. You're right too. How did you know? How did you know? How did you know? How did you know? You get lots of nuts because you're such a happy guy. So yeah. Oh. Oh my God, isn't he just the cutest guy? He's so cute. He's lucky he's cute too. Yes, he's lucky he's cute. Ow, get my hand out of your beak. You know better than that. He's 14. So Beaker is a recent addition for those who are curious. He is a good chunk of the reason that I am actually, you know, a few steps behind the 8 ball as far as live broadcasting and maintaining my forum and all that stuff are concerned. Well, work has just been crazy, first of all. And then second, which is good. And then second of all, I had to get my house ready to adopt this guy. Mwah. So Beaker is 14 and he is a hyacinth macaw, and he is just the most precious guy on the face of the planet, and he knows it. I got him a couple of weeks ago, but getting the house ready for him was kind of a big deal. Like, I had to do a lot of furniture rearrange because his cage is so huge. I had to do a lot of rearranging and some purging of some clutter and whatnot, and it took up a bunch of time. And then he is just so attention intensive that he requires a big chunk of my time as well, which I am more than happy to give him because she's so adorable. So he is 14. In the first couple of years of his life, he was in a children's show. So apparently he knows a bunch of tricks, but he hasn't done them for a very, very, very long time. So we're going to just wait for him to get used to, and there'll be no eating my cards, young man. We're going to wait for him to get used to and acclimated to his new home, and then we're going to work on reteaching him some of those tricks, because a busy bird brain is a happy bird brain. Yes, it is. Yeah, so you'll probably be seeing him a lot more because he's also kind of a Velcro bird. He does not like Henrietta. Oh my God, she's so good. I can, you know, she's down for a snuggle, but she's also good to like just do whatever and kind of be on her own for the most part. But this guy is very like, he wants to be where you are. He wants to be in the thick of all the action. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, write in the doobly. Otherwise, I'm going to just do a daily read for us, you know, like an energy read for the week, and call this meeting to a close. And we got somebody doing some weird, like, backing up in the street. I don't know what's going on there. And they clearly don't have a backup camera and can't really back up because they're like all over the place. Hey, sir. Did you just take out? You better not have. You know better than that. Okay, good. It's fine. Oh my God, it's not very nice. It's not very nice. No. No. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hey, stop it. Those are not for you. Those are not for beakers. All right. Yes, you're very funny. Get rid of. Thank you. Yeah, he doesn't like being left out. All right. So let's do a general energy reading for the week. All right. Give it a good shuffle. So hand over hand, it does really well. Like I said, the cards do feel a little bit bigger than usual for US games, but they're not too much bigger. You could do the, oh, we got a jumper, so that's excellent. Interesting. We'll use that in the reading. I'm going to do 3 cards for us today. No, I haven't done readings on my birds yet. I've done readings on, like, should I get a new bird? Should, like, what, you know, like, are the birds, like, I guess I have done readings for the birds, but not, like, individually, like, more like, is this a good idea? You know, like, how are the dynamics of the household, like, holding up? Is there anything I should know? But I haven't done, like, an individual reading for them, mostly because I feel like that would require having them out and, like, trying to, like, be centered with them. And Henrietta, I could probably do. Sammy, my little one, would just poop all over the cards. He would just eat them. Like, it's like, I don't think it's necessarily silly, but I don't know. I also don't think I've got enough experience. Hi, both spiritually and you know, in my spiritual journey. I just don't think I'm ready to do the animal communication thing yet. I think I would like to take it in that direction, but yes, I think it's going to require a little bit more than just that. And I think actually, if you know what I have tried before, and it actually works out really well, is pendulum dowsing with them. Because you can kind of, if you can sit and center and, like, you know, call in your Reiki or your spirit guides and their spirit guides, you can do pendulum dowsing, yes or no questions with them, which is really nice. So I feel like I get a little more accurate stuff when I do that, because it's like, it's a yes or a no, because that's what you're going to ask. Like, are you happy? And then you get, like, the 5 of Wands, and you're like, well, what the hell does that mean? You know, it's like, okay, or you get, you know, yeah, I think pendulum dowsing, especially where you're more likely to ask your animals yes or no questions. I think that's probably a little bit more of an accurate read. Yes, is there pendulums? Yes, we haven't done pendulums yet. No, we have not with you. But I think you're going to like it if you don't try to eat it first. Yes. All right. But yeah, no, I love pendulums for reading with animals. And I've done that with all my animals except for him so far. And I get some pretty good answers with that, because you're not only calling in, like, your spirit guides and their spirit guides, you're calling in, like, higher self and stuff. And, like, kind of you can get a collective answer from everybody that way. Like, so that way, if, you know, I just like it. I like pendulums a lot more. All right. So let's go ahead and do our daily reading. Yeah, I want that one too. Okay. Hi, Creative Coffee. How are you? I'm just doing readings right now. This is just a general energy reading using the SpiritSong Tarot. for you know, the general energy for the group for the week. If you do want a reading, you know to put the questions in the doobly. Yeah, that was very funny. Okay, so let's see what we got going on here. So the jumper we had earlier was, I know it's so awesome to see you too, Creative. I feel so bad that I haven't been on as much, but I'm gonna try and remedy that, like, starting today. So anyway, so 0, the traveler. Adventure and potential are the 2 keywords that they put on the bottom, but the traveler is also known as the fool. So we know this as, you know, beginnings, you know, beginnings, fresh starts, like that kind of stuff. Hi, Audrey, how are you? So it's kind of awesome, an awesome card to pull, especially, ow, where I'm kind of trying to renew the tarot journey. But I don't know if you guys have anything that kind of needs like a fresh start or a fresh breath of air going on in your lives. But if that's the case, like, this is kind of, we had this card as a jumper. So I feel like this is like an overarching energy in our lives. And then we have the 4 of crystals, which is is that a beaver or an otter? I can't tell. I want to, you know what, I'm going to say it's a beaver because it looks like there's a big fat tail under that water. So control and security. And then we've got anytime, Audrey, anytime. And then we've got, sorry, I'm squinting because I need old lady glasses soon, I think. Is that terrible? And then we've got, so awakening, which is judgment, which is renewal and enlightenment, but it's like kind of, sometimes I don't necessarily think of, because it's so close to being at the end of the Fool's story arc. You know, it's card number 20. It's the next to last card in the in the major arcana. So yeah, renewal and enlightenment, which is great, but it's kind of like your last big aha moment. It's kind of like when everything kind of clicks and it all comes together, and then you know, you're kind of like, it's like the big, like the, yes, okay, this all makes sense now. It's like when you've been studying something or trying to learn something, and you're just like, I don't know, like, I can't even, this makes no sense, and then all of a sudden you have a day where everything just like clicks into place in your brain. And sometimes that is what the judgment card means for me. Then we've got the King of Shells, which is a seahorse. So we've got harmony and integrity for the King of Cups, because the shells are supposed to be representative of cups here. So I suppose, yeah, harmony, integrity, but also somebody who is in control emotionally, like they feel their emotions, but you know, they don't like they're not necessarily a master of them, but like they're good at handling them and dealing with them. So overall, it looks like, you know, if you want to, if there's something that you really wanted to start or finish or kind of get a new lease on this week, like this is a good time in your life to do it. Like if you've kind of let something fall by the wayside for all year or all month or all week, or even like the past few days, or even if maybe just today, this is definitely like a good time to kind of like, all right, let's refresh this. Let's kind of start. Let's take it again from the top. And then you've got the 4 of crystals. So the 4 of cups is about control, and I'm sorry, the 4 of pentacles. Control, security, yeah, but it's also like coming from a financially stable place as well. I mean, you've definitely got some stability going on in your life, and maybe it's time to, again, that thing that you've been wanting to do or try, let's have at it. Let's take to this. Like it's a good time to do it. You finally got like things back on track as far as your regular stuff is concerned. And then with the awakening or renewal, there's definitely, you're going to have an aha moment where this overarching new energy is concerned, like this is what I did wrong the first time around, this is what I won't do this time around, like here's how I'm going to make it all come together. And then you know, the King of Cups, or rather the King of Shells here, again, somebody who is emotionally secure, and somebody who is like harmony and integrity. Like it's just, you know, like embody that. Like again, like go at it level-headed, enjoy the journey, enjoy, yes, enjoy the squawking, but enjoy the process, like, but don't freak out if something goes wrong. Don't re-abandon whatever project it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you're doing. Like just kind of take it in stride and, you know, put on your big kid pants, handle any bumps that come along, and just keep going. And eventually you're going to get to where you need to be with this thing. Yes. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? Okay. And then Creative Coffee, you want a new Para product and you want an advice card. Sure. What are we going to do for an advice card? What do I want to use for an advice card? Or rather for a deck for that. Oh my goodness, my throat is so dry. Oh, you know what I want to use? Okay, so again, it's been a while, so I feel like it's a little dusty in here. Oh, you know what? We'll use this one. I think I want to use this one. This is the Earthbound Oracle. It's by Skull Garden. They did the... So I want to use an Oracle card for you, ironically, for your tarot project. All right, so this is the Earthbound Oracle. It's by the people who did the Wooden Tarot, or the same artist rather, and they've got it's got really good imagery and really good keywords on it. So if we're going to pull an advice card, this would be one of the decks that I would pull it from. Also, because if you just need like a quick bit of advice, and maybe like Rebel deck is another good one for that, but that's more like cheeky kick in the pants advice. But if you're just starting out, I don't think you need a cheeky kick in the pants just yet. Hi. Yeah, no. Yeah, you gonna help pick it out? You can't help pick it out. No. Move your bird butt. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, sir. Thank you, Beaker. All right. Hi, yeah. Okay, yeah, you're being very pushy. Very pushy. No. Beaker wants to help pick out your card. No. Yeah, you gonna help? All right. So while I'm shuffling, let's talk about manifestation for a second, because I feel like I totally manifested this guy. Ow! Stop it. Stop it. Yeah, that's right. I pinched your cheek. Yes, pinch your head too. Pinch it, pinch it, pinch it. Yeah, it's definitely, I learned a really good lesson with him as far as manifestation and intention setting is concerned. Oh, sorry, bud. And also as far as trying to control the outcome of things are concerned. No, he's being fine, honey. Besides, he's just gonna bite the crap out of you anyway. For those who don't know, Church of Iron is my other half. That's Chris, and he's like, "Let me come get Beaker," and Beaker would just bite him anyway. Like him and Beaker have yet to make friends. Beaker is definitely, he's not a one-person bird, but he enjoys the ladies better, and he definitely seems to be forming a very strong bond with just one person. All right, so let's go ahead. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're making it really hard to concentrate. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Step up. Come on. Here. You can climb the chair, and that should give us some time. Just put him on the floor. All right. Advice for Creative Coffee. You know what I like to do sometimes too? I've been getting, oh, you just got a jumper. You know what I like to do sometimes too with looking for one advice card is I get the pendulum out and I ask my spirit guide, and I fan the cards out, and then I ask the spirit guides to direct the pendulum to choose a card for me. Which I won't be doing today necessarily, but I am going to fan them out a little bit and choose a bit different. Okay, I want this one for you. All right. Yeah, that's what you get. All right, come here. Okay, so you had a jumper, and your jumper was water. I really enjoy this card. The Lotus Blossom with what to me is very reminiscent of The Great Wave by Hokusai. I don't know, it feels like very cohesive. It's like the water is all, like the wave is all, like the energy of the wave is all pouring into the lotus blossom, which you have to be kind of patient for. Like it's like a gentle and nurturing force, yet also like very powerful. And then you have wisdom, which is a crow with, I don't know if you can kind of see that, but he's got like a little twisted piece of metal in his beak. And he picked the lock on the book. So as far as your tarot project is concerned, you know, water is indicative of emotion and like a more steady, gentle, I don't know, it's like, it's weird. Water is definitely, you know, it's a destructive and creative force. I mean, especially like where I live by the ocean, I love the concept of water because it's just, it's such a duality. You know, like you have the destructive power of storms and waves and erosion and all that kind of thing. And then you have like gentle meandering rivers and the nurturing power of water to help things grow. Like you can't survive without it. But also salt water is really, it's such an amazing force. I think the message here for you though is to know when to be the river that, you know, like that gently carves away at the rock by just flowing around it and like kind of letting it, you know, doing what you need to do, like when to you know, kind of pour into the cup and take the shape of the cup, and like when to be flexible that way, and then also when you need to be a tidal wave, like when you need to be, when you need to be like an erosive force, like when you need to be driving rain. Like you need to know, you need to like just kind of be very aware of when you need to be assertive and when to, like, it's a very, I feel like you get a lot of pick your battles type messages. It's a very pick your battles type of a card. And, you know, you can win, but you don't always have to be like over assertive or loud or, you know, just kind of like demanding, like, you know, like bullyish to get your way. Like you can, like there are other ways, like just be a little more fluid, I guess is what I'm talking about as far as that's concerned. Yeah, I know you're not supposed to be biting at my hand like that. That's bad. And then the wisdom card. I love this because knowledge is not always wisdom. I think the book here definitely represents knowledge, but you can't read the book if you can't get it unlocked. So you need to know, you know, sometimes you need to think out of the box here. Like you need to make, you know, like just because you know a lot of stuff doesn't mean you have all the answers, or doesn't mean that what you know necessarily applies. So I think maybe, like, again, just a little like creative problem solving, and, you know, taking some of the life lessons you've already learned is definitely like you need to apply that here. So one of my favorite sayings about wisdom is, knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing that you don't put tomatoes in a fruit salad. So I think that's kind of like the overarching message for you here is, you know, again, just pick and choose your battle. Like be smart about how you approach this new project. You know, be smart in your choices, be smart in your, just because something seems like it should fit on paper, trust your intuition a little bit more, kind of, you know, go over the different scenarios, see how they feel, you know, definitely do your research as far as that's concerned. And then also check in with your gut. Like, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, like I know tomatoes are fruit, but should I put it on a fruit salad? An experience tells me that a tomato doesn't taste like it belongs there. You know, like just kind of I think that's kind of what you need to know for your new tarot project. So yeah, that is it. Does anybody else have any other questions? Because I think this guy is just about ready to head back to his house, his beak house, and I have to go to work. I have to be there for 3. So anybody else have any other questions or anything? I have time for one more. But otherwise, I already did our anytime creative. You know, I'm always happy to read for you. Otherwise, I did our energy of the energy for the week, which is you know, starting new projects or restarting old projects and seeing them through to completion, or at least through to the aha moment, but in a controlled and in a more stable way, if that makes any sense. Like emotionally stable, like, you know, take your bumps in stride kind of a way. So I hope that makes sense for everybody. And I am going to beat feet now because he's being so snappy. And I'm going to put this guy back in his cage because that's always a battle. And I will see you guys later. And it was awesome to be back on. And hopefully I can jump back on again later this week because I've got so many more decks to show you guys. I'm so excited. All right, bye.